there are times, especially when I go through burnout, where he has to take on a lot. And I like to check in with him to make sure that everything's okay up here. I mean, you have struggled with depression in the past pretty severely. So, but most of the time, the biggest thing for me is because he's so supportive and he's such a good guy. Every now and again, I need to remind him, this is what I need if I'm having a panic attack. Or you know, at this point, we're just so in sync and in tune. I don't really think, I check in and make sure that he's not too overstressed or too burnt out. But we're really, really, really good at communicating. Key to a successful marriage: communication.
Yes.
Just talk to each other. And that really helps us to stay on the same page. And we actually, over our 20 years together, have very rarely fight or argue because we talk things through. Even before I was diagnosed, I just don't have the drive to fight with you. We're good at talking. So
that's huge.
I guess the long answer is not a whole lot, really. No, I just make sure that he's mentally well, and if he needs a break or a day off, if I can somehow help him with that. Sometimes I send him out to boys' night too. I do that. That's important.
Yeah, I think we'll play Dungeons and Dragons.
Doesn't matter what you do as long as you're with your boys having fun. Send your husbands out for boys' night. That is another key to a happy, healthy marriage. Men need their guy friends, girls need their girlfriends. It's very important.
I think having space, it kind of goes back to the safe space thing you're talking about, but not less party focused, but like that goes back to communication, and it definitely with relationships, but I think in general with society, if we stop screaming at each other and just listen to each other and really try to put ourselves in the other person's shoes, I think we'd get a lot further with a lot of things. And it's almost like we'd rather win an argument than have a resolution. It's like we'd rather than getting along. And it seems like too that we've gotten a little bit lazy with the scientific method on things too. And I feel like a lot of times people get emotionally attached to a hypothesis so much that they don't want to, anything that challenges that hypothesis, it's challenging them. And so it prevents them from trying to see another person's perspective.
Yep. And that's a huge problem in society today. Huge. People get so offended so easily about everything, and that can even impact relationships. And it's very, very fortunate that we're just not like that. It's not worth the, I'd rather hear him out, because usually what he has to say is pretty interesting. And and usually the things I say are just things I say.
What are some activities you both enjoy doing together? And does the ADHD rear its head in that sometimes, or is it more, are there things like, other than, I don't mean those activities. I'm not, I'm talking, which that's fun too. But like, I'm talking about like, do you guys obviously you share an interest in wrestling. Do you, movies
so
or
we game together. We're both avid video gamers, but her ADHD does, and not in the way you might be thinking, but in the way we've talked about other things. When she finds a game that she really likes, that is the game that she will play. And I tend to play a bunch of different games all at the same time. Not at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
But on my PlayStation, I'm playing Assassin's Creed. On my Switch, I'm playing Persona. On the Xbox, I'm playing Cyberpunk.
But then there's games like the Ori games, Ori, Blind Forest, and Will of the Wisps, such beautiful, beautiful games. You would often, like when I play those, he's sit and watch. This is so. But we also too, we love going for walks because we both love nature. And so going for walks is great because it allows for conversation and then fresh air when it's not filled with Quebec fire smoke.
Hold on. It looks like I got to switch my virtual background again. Yeah. Okay. Oh no.
It's the smoke.
It's back.
There it is.
No.
See?
It didn't get quite that color here, but
the one night it did.
Yeah, it was weird. But we usually do enjoy going for walks and the gaming.
Horror movies.
Yeah, like
horror movies.
Horror movies.
Not horror movies.
Or shows.
Cool.
You know, but I think the only time the ADHD gets in the way is that after a busy event, like an exciting night, like my sister just had her grad party. It was a family party. But the next day I had stuff I had to do and it was very hard because what I needed was to decompress and just relax because I get so overstimulated and keyed up and then I start getting panicky. So if he wants to do something when I'm in a mood like that, that makes it a lot harder. But he's also one of the only people who can help pull me through a mood like that. And he always tries to make me smile and laugh. And that is also very helpful.
Catch new episodes of Mental Health Mondays every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Start your week off with a smile and some inspiration.